Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 22 News at 4. I'm Christina Demores. We'll get to your top 4 at 4 in just a moment, but first, I'll look at your commuter traffic and weather. 22 News Storm Team Meteorologist Brian is here. Brian Lapis. I just said Brian as if
we're casual here on the 4.
So casual, we are. I was going to say the heat is so thick right now, the humidity, it's like you can cut it with a knife, like a cartoon, basically.
Yeah, record high for the state is 95 at Westover Air Reserve Base, and I can't remember when it was set. I feel like it was 1984, something like that. So we're close. I think we're at 94 the last I checked. Let's check right now, shall we?
Yeah, it makes the cars stuffy today.
That's true.
It does.
Let your car air out before you hop in. We've got slow going traffic at the end of 291. Also, actually, we're pretty good right now at the intersection of 291 westbound with the Pike, with I-91. So no major problems on I-91 through downtown, and the Pike looks pretty good. Oh, geez, I almost missed this. Talk about not seeing the forest through the trees. On I-90 in the area of Ludlow and Palmer, it looks like we have an accident that's backing up traffic, especially westbound. So keep that in mind that there is a slowdown there, and I-91 on either side of the city looks like it's in pretty good shape. Let's take a look at the heat advisory now. Get into things that I'm more expert at. If we could go to the graphics, and you can see that we've got a heat advisory in effect until 8 o'clock tomorrow. Again, as Christina was mentioning, heat and humidity combined, making it feel very uncomfortable. Hamden, Hampshire, Franklin, Southern Berkshire County under the heat advisory. And our latest information shows 94 at Springfield, 92 Westfield, 96 right now in Greenfield. And we're in the low to mid 80s right now in the Berkshires. We also could see a thunderstorm or two here later this afternoon. There's one little cluster of storms that has moved through northwest Connecticut and kind of clipped the southern Berkshires. And we're going to keep our eyes off to the north and to the west for maybe another isolated to scattered shower that could come through here this afternoon. We'll update with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast in just a few.
All right, thank you, Brian. We have an update on a tragic story from yesterday. An 8th grade boy from Springfield died after a medical emergency in a pool at High Meadow Resort in Granby, Connecticut. Springfield Public Schools has confirmed the death of one of their students during a school field trip. An off-duty Simsbury police officer responded to the pool area around 2:27 p.m. and began life-saving measures on the boy. He was taken by ambulance to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police say several kids were overcome with emotions, and ambulances from 4 municipalities assisted. In a statement, Springfield School Superintendent Dr. Sonia Denal said, quote, "Our hearts are with the students, family, friends, classmates, school, staff, and all those whose lives have been touched by the unimaginable tragedy. Out of respect for the family's privacy, we will not be releasing additional information at this time. Counselors and support staff are available to students and staff who may need assistance." Springfield police are leading the investigation into the death of a toddler who was hit by a train Wednesday night. Officers responded to the train tracks behind Emily Street around 6:15 last night for the report of a child hit by a train. When they got there, officers found an injured 21-month-old girl near the tracks. She was taken to the hospital where she died from her injuries. According to Amtrak, the train was traveling from Albany to Boston when the child was struck. Amtrak authorities are now working with Springfield police to investigate the incident. Registered nurses at Baystate Franklin Medical Center have rejected Baystate Health's best and final contract offer. According to the Massachusetts Nurses Association, 98% of members voted to reject Baystate's offer. The union says the vote sends a message that the proposal doesn't adequately address concerns over staffing, recruitment, health insurance, and other issues. 22 News has contacted Baystate Health for a response, and we are waiting to hear back. New Hampshire Supreme Court has overturned the second-degree murder conviction of Adam Montgomery in the death of his daughter, Harmony. The justices ruled Montgomery did not receive a fair trial on the murder charge because jurors were allowed to hear evidence of a separate assault alongside the homicide case. The court says that likely biased the jury, given the murder case relied heavily on the testimony of Montgomery's wife, which had credibility issues. However, the court upheld convictions for assault, falsifying evidence, witness tampering, and abuse of a corpse. The case now heads back to a lower court where prosecutors could seek a new trial on the murder charge. Let's get another check of the weather with Brian Lapis here. Brian, we have that heat advisory and maybe some storms on the way?
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on the radar to the north and to the west. You can see actually now on our clouds and radar that we had an area of storms that just missed the southern Berkshires. In fact, there probably were a few showers in southwestern Berkshire County, but for the most part, this area of storms has missed us to the south and to the west. So moving through Connecticut, but there still is the chance for an isolated shower or two. You can see it here on the 22 News Storm Team Skycast at 5 o'clock. Again, a scattered to isolated shower, possibly a thunderstorm, especially through about 7 p.m. And then another round of showers is possible after 9 o'clock. Here's 9 o'clock, and here comes another round of scattered showers. Maybe a rumble of thunder in here as well. And then overnight, we'll call it variable clouds. Temperatures will be in the 60s and 70s to start the day here on Friday. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, partly sunny, sunshine at 10 a.m., noontime bright, and then in the afternoon, especially say after 3 or 4 o'clock, we run the risk for another round of widely scattered showers or thunderstorms. There doesn't look to be much on the map here for tomorrow evening. But if you have outdoor plans, keep an eye on the radar on the 22 News app on your mobile device. Drier weather and a little bit cooler weather returns for the weekend. We'll show you with the 22 News Storm Team forecast at 5.
A new online platform launched Wednesday to help job seekers and career changers across the state of Massachusetts. Start Your Career in Massachusetts was announced by the Executive Office of Labor and Workforce Development, through the Mass Hire Department of Career Services. The initiative aims to help job seekers navigate the transition from education to employment and understand opportunities within the state's labor market, including in-demand industries, occupations, and skills. More information about Start Your Career in Massachusetts can be found on our website. In the NBA Finals, the New York Knicks are just one win away from breaking their decades-long title drought. The Knicks making a record comeback last night in Game 4, rallying back from being down 29 points and beating the San Antonio Spurs 107-106. It looked impossible early with a 27-point halftime lead for San Antonio, but Jalen Brunson helped bring the Knicks back with 36 points. And OG Anunoby finishing with 33. Game 5 is Saturday night in San Antonio, where the Knicks have a chance at claiming their first title in 53 years. The Spurs hope to keep the series alive. Now for a look at what we're working on for 22 News starting at 5. Our coverage continues of the deaths of 2 Springfield children Wednesday. Tonight at 5, hear response from city leaders and how Springfield Public Schools is supporting students through this tragic time. Plus, we spoke with Springfield Mayor Dominic Sarno, who is still seeking solutions on how to stop youth disturbances at Union Station. This as the free bus ride program hangs in the balance. And the Massachusetts State Workforce Board held their quarterly meeting in Holyoke today. We'll have their latest report on the local economy.
And traffic is running normally here through downtown Springfield. There is a backup on I-90. You can see it here between Palmer and Ludlow. This is I-90 westbound primarily, but there's also a little bit of residual, or I don't know, you could say some slighter backup on I-90 eastbound as well. So keep that in mind that the Pike is running slow east of Springfield. Details on the chance for some more showers and thunderstorms not only tonight but tomorrow on 22 News starting at 5.
All right, thank you, Brian, and thank you for joining us this afternoon for 22 News at 4. Join us on TV tonight starting at 5. You can get all your local news and weather updates anytime on wwlp.com and the 22 News mobile app.